I've been watching WWE for a very long time. And with people going around saying that Vince McMahon wants to come back, I don't know if he legally could come back because the power was already exchanged. He is a majority shareholder of the company. We all know that one. When it comes to stakes in company, you do have a right to make certain powerful decisions. But I believe coming back to the head seat is not one of them. You can't just go and come back as you please when it comes to your position. It doesn't work that way. The person in charge just needs to oversee it. You still make a majority of the money when it comes to stocks because you are the majority shareholder. When it comes to position of power, you have a the board in general. They, which is multiple people, have to decide whether or not to allow him back in. And with McMahon being the majority shareholder, he has a large stake in that one. But he can't just come back. In addition to, the company is doing better financially without him. Not only are the fans happier, the financials are happier. The stock is better. When I looked at the stock reports today, I just did it for no reason today. Actually, I did it for no reason. I was in the theater. It was a dull spot during a movie. I looked at the stock reports, and I saw that the WWE stock was down about 2 points, which is kind of rare. It's usually around 76. I saw it around 73 today. And I was like, okay. I didn't think anything more about that. I went home, and then I saw that McMahon's coming back. That's why. So the old WWE stock, I don't know 100% if he could come back, because wrestling legalese could be different than actual law legalese. So there could be a loophole getting him to come back. But if he does come back, he has to make a compelling argument as to why, other than he created the damn thing. I think personally, for McMahon's own sanity and for the safety of the company, it's best to do it now. Vince has run the company into the ground, per se, for the past 20 years, ever since the Ruthless Aggression era. And the company hasn't really had a lot of highs since. Another argument for not having this guy back is that almost all of Triple H's and Stephanie's and whoever else's storylines will be kaputs. Because McMahon doesn't like stables, he doesn't like long-term storytelling. He likes pushing one thing and one thing only. That's it. And that's a huge problem when it comes to the future. Most of us understand that Triple H can't get rid of the third hour of Raw because in the end, when it comes to the year-by-year financials, it does give the company a shit ton of money. So it's very draining on them to do that, but WWE should be able to do whatever they want with the third hour. They can separate it into whatever, or stall for a million years like they did this week. So I have been enjoying the shows overall more because I don't know what's going to happen next. And I like where it's going because I have no idea where it's going. That's great. I can't really tell what's going to happen here with the Bobby Lashley storyline of him getting fired. By the way, in case you didn't know, Adam Pearce, apologized for it today on social media and took back his firing. He rescinded his firing of Bobby Lashley. So that was quick. That was cool. But I wonder where this is going. Is it just that one? Bobby Lashley goes back to work and doesn't really talk about that or anything like that. So maybe he needs some protection, some insurance next time, that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to see how this thing plays out. And that's intrigue. Karrion Kross, there's a lot of storylines going on with the company now that are just starting and just starting to bloom. Karrion Kross from Mysterio Jr., LA Knight, and Bray Wyatt. The Sami Zayn storyline with the Bloodline, that's still going, but I want to see what's going now that Sami is a full-blown member. By the way, this is from me to you. I never told anybody this part. This is my first time saying this part out loud, because I thought about this when I was watching Raw. For Sami, I think that Sami will eventually get the name Sami Uso officially. However, there'll be one caveat to that. aka One Catch. The caveat is, well, he has to really become blood. Not only does he have to swap blood with each member of the bloodline, Sami Zayn has to get a full tattoo sleeve down his arm. That'll make him a true Uso. What do you think about that one? So that's the great storytelling going on in the company. There's something going on on main event, by the way. There's some stuff happening in NXT. There's some new stuff now. Roxanne Perez is now the NXT Women's Champion, and that was great. I watched that over and over again to see Booker T's reaction. It was great to hear his reaction, man. Let's see it in the space. It was great. I put some stuff on my Twitter at Off for that one. So I was very impressed by that one. But can McMahon come back? There's a slim chance he could. I'm sure he wants to, because I'm sure he's pretty bored doing nothing. But the company's better off without him, as it's been proven. This isn't like he took like a month or two off there. He's been out for like the better part of the year. I mean, like the past 8-10 months, some shit like that. He's been out for a while there, and the company is doing well without him. I don't really dread looking at Raw. Some of the matches there, I don't get the Alpha Academy nonsense. I don't get that stuff there. But overall, I am intrigued in what's going to happen next to the storylines. I don't roll my eyes thinking like, oh, they're going to say this. I don't really know what they're going to say. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. I even knew that because of what happened beforehand, that about 20 minutes before Raw went on live there, they went through every match that was going to happen on the show. And it said Gable versus AJ Styles. And then on the show, they set up Gable versus AJ Styles. Instead of just having a match for no reason, they made a reason why. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. How it happened, how it went down. That was cool. So Vince McMahon would never do something like that. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care. Honestly, I think Triple H will eventually be like that as well, where he doesn't care. He just wants to make money as well. Because that's what happens when you get older. You stop caring about the passion of it. You start thinking about the money only. So, unfortunately, nobody knows. It's like the Trump situation. We all want Trump to go away. So, but he won't go away. Trump is not good for anybody. So, and McMahon's not really good for anybody either. I wouldn't have him as a consultant. I wouldn't have him as anything. He's just poison. He's bad news. So what do you guys think in the comments? Let me know. Clack off.